very good evening. You're watching Primetime News on TV1. Bringing you the news this evening, I'm Steven Machado.
And I'm Shalini Ratnavira. Let's take a look at your top stories for tonight.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
For safety items, B2B.lk.
The bond between nature and humanity celebrated as Hindus across the island marked the Thai Pongal festival. President Anurakumara Dissanayake assured the public today that the mandate given to the government remains secure.
ඔබට සහතිකයක් දෙනවා. ඔබ අප කරේ තබන විශ්වාසය බිඳකින්වත් බිඳ වැටෙන්න ඉඩ නොදී. ජාතිවාදයෙන් තොර ජාතික සමගිය පිරුණු රටක් අපි නිර්මාණය කරනවා.
Sri Lanka's renewable energy sector takes a giant leap forward as construction begins on a new 50 megawatt power plant in Mannar. 20 megawatt windscape wind farm officially synchronized with the national grid. Will US troops intervene in Iran? Inland Revenue Department confirms highest tax revenue in Sri Lanka's history. Revenue reaches a staggering 2,023 billion rupees. Bangladeshi players launch a match boycott.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
For sports items, B2B.lk.
In your top story tonight, in gratitude for the strength bestowed by the sun god to ensure successful agricultural activities, Tamils around the world are celebrating Thai Pongal today. This day highlights the importance of the virtue of gratitude to the world.
In the Tamil calendar, the first month of the year is known as Thai. Pongal means to boil over, symbolizing abundance and prosperity. Thereby, Thai Pongal marks the beginning of the new year. Devotees across the world enthusiastically celebrate this festival by offering the first harvest of the year to the sun god, praying for prosperity and well-being for their families and the nation. The history of the Thai Pongal festival dates back to more than 2,000 years. Today, Thai Pongal is primarily observed as a festival of gratitude to the sun god. The traditional Pongal rice is prepared in a clay pot using newly harvested rice, milk and jaggery. Overflowing of this pot of Pongal rice is considered a symbol of prosperity and abundance.
Vanakkam. Today is the first day of the first month of the Tamil calendar, and today we call it Thai Pongal. Now today it is very special is because Pongal is all about giving thanks to Surya, or the god of sun, as well as the farmers and the farm animals who have contributed so much to bring in a successful harvest. And when we speak about Pongal, one special dish that we cannot forget and that is embedded in the culture of the Tamil community is Pongal rice. But do you know how to make Pongal rice? Well, today we are going to dive deep into how we are going to prepare this Pongal rice with just 1.5 kilos of red rice. So let's take a look. What do we need to make this Pongal rice? Well, we need a lot of ingredients. One of our main ingredients is red rice. We need 1.5 kilograms of red rice to make this Pongal. We also need 1 kilo of jaggery, 1 kilo of sugar, yellow moong dal. That is 500 grams of yellow moong dal. And to this we are also going to add 200 grams of cashew and 200 grams of plums as well. And to this we also need to add 250 milliliters of ghee. According to your flavor and according to your taste, you can add a little bit of cardamom powder. And now to make this pongal rice, a very special ingredient is milk, fresh milk. Now while the water is boiling, we are going to add some milk, fresh milk. Now once the milk is boiled, we are going to add this 1.5 kilos of red rice into this boiling pot of milk. Just like this, we are going to add this 1.5 kilograms of washed red rice, just like that. After 5 minutes, after we add the red rice, we will need to add moong dal, yellow moong dal into this pot. So just like this, we'll add this moong dal like that. Now we are going to add yet another very special ingredient, two very special ingredients. First, we are going to add 1 kilogram of sugar into this boiling pot of rice, and then we will add 1 kilogram of jaggery into this pot. We have two more special ingredients, that is plums as well as cashew. So 250 grams of each. So let's add these plums into the boiling pot of rice as well as the cashew. After we've added the cashews and the plums, now you can see the rice is boiling into perfection. Now to this we are going to add 250 milliliters of ghee as well to make it extra delicious. There we go. Now we are going to add another half a liter or 500 ml of fresh milk into this boiling pot of pongal rice. This is how we are going to add milk into it. Now we are in the last few steps of making this special pongal rice. Now to make this more flavorful, we are going to add a little bit, just a little bit of cardamom powder just for the flavor. Like this, you take a little bit and you just sprinkle it on top into the pot. So this is the delicious pongal rice that we prepared today on the Pongal day, where the Tamil community is celebrating the harvest, and they give thanks to the god of sun, Surya, as well as the farmers and the farm animals who have contributed immensely to bring a successful harvest to the community. Actually, this is delicious. I'm not saying this is delicious because we made it, but honestly, with all the ingredients we used to make this special pongal rice, it has come out to be delicious and flavorful. So with this pongal rice, we'd like to remind you why we decided to make pongal rice and bring it to your attention is because as Sri Lankans, we believe that each and every community, each and every ethnicity should know the culture, the beauty of their cultures, the food, the dress code, the different ways of cultures of each other. As in the Tamil community or the Hindus should know how the Muslims make food and how the Muslims make food. How Muslims should know how the burgers, the Malays make the food, and the burger community must know how the Sinhalese and the Buddhist people make their food, and all other cultural differences. So we want to bring to you that message where all ethnicities, all cultures should come together and learn about each other's cultures to spread prosperity and peace across the nation and even across the world.
President Anurukumara Dissanayake says that the government will not allow the public's trust to be broken and is committed to building a nation rooted in unity, free from racism. The president made these remarks while participating at the Thai Pongal Day celebrations in the northern province.
Thai Pongal festival in the northern province was held this afternoon at the Velanai Ayyanar Kovil in Jaffna. The event took place under the patronage of President Anurukumara Dissanayake.
නවවසරකින් අපි හැමදෙනාටම අලුත් ප්‍රාර්ථනාවන් අලුත් බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති වෙනවා.
With the beginning of a new year, new prayers and new hopes arise within all of us. As the public, you naturally carry hopes and expectations. As a nation too, we hold fresh hopes and renewed expectations. Our hope, our expectation is to build a country that is further developed, more prosperous and stronger in every possible way than the country we have today. But what do we truly mean by prosperous country? Is prosperity measured only by money and buildings? Is it only roads, towers and concrete? No. A prosperous nation must be built across a far wider and deeper landscape. When we reflect on the journey so far, it has been just over a year since we came into power. In this short period, this country has experienced a year in which ethnic conflicts have been among the lowest in our history, a year in which efforts to spread racism have weakened, and a year in which the struggle for national unity has grown stronger. In the past, in many parts of our country, ethnic conflicts and divisive tendencies repeatedly emerged. Now, what we seek is a prosperous nation filled with national unity, a nation free from racism and hatred. No matter where a person is born, no matter what language they speak, no matter what religion they follow, or what culture they live by, our expectation is to create an environment where every individual can live in this country with dignity, with rights, and with pride as a citizen. Among us exist many cultures. Respecting every culture, recognizing every culture, and accepting every culture is deeply important. This is the kind of country we must now build together. At the same time, we must give a better life to the people who have been placed under severe economic pressure. Ensuring a life of dignity and security for them is our responsibility. This is our expectation and our hope as a government. I give you my assurance. We will not allow the trust you have placed in us to be broken, not even by a fraction. We will build a country rooted in national unity, free from racism and division. We are determined to create a better future for our children. We will build a country where every person can live with happiness and peace. I assure you that we will carry out this responsibility with unwavering commitment, without retreat or hesitation. On this Thai Pongal Day, let us make one shared prayer. Let us not be divided. Let us stand together. Let us build a good and just country for our children and for generations to come.
අපි නොබෙදීමු අපි එකතු වෙමු අපි හොඳ රටක් අපේ දරුවන් වෙනුවෙන් හදමු
இங்கே உங்களுக்கு அன்புடன் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம் அந்த நிகழ்வுக்கு
Meanwhile, the National Thai Pongal Festival was held this morning at Temple Trees under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harinyamara Surya. Several invitees, including ministers, members of parliament and diplomats, were in attendance. The celebration featured a range of vibrant cultural performances.
Sri Lanka is moving through a period of great transformation. As a government, we have accepted the responsibility of guiding the country towards recovery through reforms in policy, systems and attitudes. This is not an easy task, but it is a necessary one. It is an essential one. There is a saying that rice reaches our plates only when the farmer steps into the mud. In the same way, the future of our country depends on the hard decisions and the steady work we choose to do every day. Thai Pongal දිනය තුලින් අපිට මතක් කරලා දෙනවා අපි සියලු දෙනාගේ සාමූහිකත්වයක් සබා ධර්මයත් එක්ක තියෙන ඒ බැඳීම ඒ වගේම අපි එදිනෙදා අපි කරන වැඩ තුල අපි කෘතඥ පූර්ව වීම කොච්චර වැදගත්ද කියන එක අපිට මතක් කරලා දෙන දිනයක් උත්සවයක්.
A large number of devotees gathered at the Sri Ponnambalavaneshwar Kovil in Kochikade, Colombo to participate in special prayers and receive blessings on Thai Pongal Day. This was how Thai Pongal festival was celebrated at the Nallur Kandaswamy Kovil in Jaffna. Devotees from various parts of the country also attended the special puja conducted at the Tirukoneshwaram Kovil in Trincomalee. The main Thai Pongal puja for the hill country was held at the Sri Manikapillayar Kovil in Hatton. Meanwhile, Thai Pongal celebrations and religious observances were held across several other parts of the country, including Batiklo, Matale, Badulla, Polonnaruwa, Kalutara, Gaul and Putlam.
Construction officially began today on a new 50-megawatt wind power plant in Mannar, under the patronage of President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. This project marks a historic turning point in Sri Lanka's wind energy sector, as it becomes the first ever venture to secure the purchase of a unit of electricity at the lowest recorded rate in the country's history.
The new 50-megawatt facility is being constructed by a private company and will feature state-of-the-art technology across 10 high-capacity wind turbines. Once operational, the plant is expected to contribute an annual energy output of 207 million kilowatt-hours to the national grid. In a significant win for the economy, electricity from this project will be supplied at a record low rate of 14 rupees and 37 cents per unit. The project is slated for completion by March 2027.
This is the first project in the history of Sri Lanka wind power generation where we have been able to purchase a unit of electricity at such a low price, specifically at $0.0465 per unit. Looking at our progress in 2025, we targeted a renewable energy contribution of 1,848 megawatts, but we surpassed that by adding a total capacity of 2,695 megawatts. For 2026, while our target is 2,078 megawatts, we have already signed agreements for 3,089.5 megawatts. Furthermore, for the years 2027, 2028 and 2029, our targets were 2,563 megawatts, 3,253 megawatts and 3,943 megawatts respectively. I am pleased to announce that we have already exceeded these targets in agreements, securing 3,822.5 megawatts, 4,332.5 megawatts and 4,634.5 megawatts for those years. Overall, for the 2025 to 2029 period, we have successfully contracted 12,789.5 megawatts against our original plan of 9,759 megawatts. This proves we are moving successfully toward our renewable energy goals.
In addition, documents relating to several regional development projects were formally handed over at the ceremony held under the patronage of the President. These included the provision of a fully equipped smart classroom with modern educational facilities for the Ole Tuduai Roman Catholic Tamil Mixed School. Meanwhile, the Windscape wind power plant in Mannar was officially synchronized with the national grid this morning by President Anurakumara Dissanayake. Aligned with the government's vision to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050, this 20-megawatt facility features the largest wind turbines ever installed in Sri Lanka. Each of the 4 turbines boasts a capacity of 5 megawatts, making this the first project in the country across both state and private sectors to utilize 5-megawatt turbine technology. The project was successfully implemented by a local company.
For safety items, B2B.lk.
Internal friction has surfaced within the main opposition today following the Public Utilities Commission's decision to maintain electricity tariffs unchanged for the first quarter of 2026. Ananda Palita, the convener of the Samagi United Trade Union Force, held a press conference today to voice his strong opposition against a statement previously made by opposition leader Sajith Premadasa regarding the PUCSL's decision. After considering several factors, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has decided to keep electricity tariffs unchanged for the first quarter of 2026. The Commission cited the failure to submit a formal proposal within the stipulated time frame, technical errors in the original submission, and the potential adverse economic impact of implementing a tariff revision for such a short duration as the primary reasons for this decision. Here are the views expressed by the opposition leader regarding the decision of the Public Utilities Commission.
Today, we express our gratitude to the Public Utilities Commission for rejecting the electricity price hike proposed by this government. I urge you to continue protecting the rights of over 7 million electricity consumers. This should not apply only to the first quarter of 2026. You must act to safeguard consumer rights in the future as well. We will always provide the leadership to fight for the rights of the general public and the electricity consumers of this country.
This was the response of the convener and media spokesperson of the Samagi United Trade Union Force today to the views expressed by the opposition leader.
There is a net profit of 21 billion rupees. While such profits exist, the Energy Minister met with power sector unions on the 13th of October last year and stated that instead of the 6.8% increase suggested by the CEB, rates could actually be reduced by 10%, 12% or even 15% due to these profits. But they didn't reduce it. Instead, they increased it again by 15%. At this moment, I say this with great sadness. Our opposition leader, who is not just the leader of the SJB but the leader of the opposition, whitewashed the Public Utilities Commission. He said it was good. What did he do? He congratulated them and claimed victory. That was a betrayal of the people. I was the only one who went to the Human Rights Commission. You can't just talk. You have to stand up for the people. It's the professionals who are suffering. I am amazed by our opposition leader. I sent him an SMS yesterday because he didn't answer my call. I expressed my strongest protest and regret over him thanking the PUCSL, which has become a puppet of the government, for not reducing the electricity bill. This isn't just against him personally, but when decisions are made that oppress the people, if our leader says they are correct, the leader of the opposition, then where do we stand? How can we represent a trade union with any dignity? They might remove me, but I cannot remain silent without telling the country the truth. No good will come to those who call this decision right. I am sorry, sir. You are a good man, but you don't listen. There is no point in forming alliances or joining forces if you cannot stop these exploitative formulas and put the government on the right track for the sake of the people.
Minister of Justice and National Integration, Attorney at Law Harshana Nanaikara says a policy decision will be taken in the future on cancelling the licenses of drivers of passenger vehicles who drive under the influence of drugs. He made these remarks attending the Colombo District Development meeting.
අපි සර් වැටලීම් කරනවා මගී ප්‍රවාහන රථවල රියදුරන්ව විෂමද්‍රව්‍ය භාවිතා කරලා විෂමද්‍රව්‍ය පාවිච්චි කරන අය රියපදවනවා. එතකොට ඒ අයව කෙලින්ම අපි අධිකරණ වෛද්‍යවරයාට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. ඒ අධිකරණ වෛද්‍ය වාර්තාවත් එක්ක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දවසට 9 දෙනෙක් 10 දෙනෙක් විතර අත්අඩංගුවට ගැනීම කරනවා. අපි ඉල්ලීමක් කරනවා සර් සමහර අධිකරණවල උන්ට පොඩි දඩයක් ගහලා නැවත මුදාහරිනවා මේ රියදුරන් සර් ඒ අයව නැවත දඩ මුදලක් අප ආපහු බස් එලවනවා. ලයිසන්ස් කැන්සල් කිරීමට ඉල්ලීමක් කරන හොඳයි සර්.
මෙහෙමයි. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් උසාවියට කරන්න පුළුවන් ඉදිරිපත් කරාම චෝදනාවනෝ දඩේ ගහන එක විතරනේ. නමුත් ඊට පස්සේ ගන්න පියවරක් පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න ඕනේ.
අධිකරණයට අභිමතයක් තියෙනවා නිසා මේ විෂමද්‍රව්‍ය පාවිච්චි කරන එකේ නැවතත් මේ මහජනයා එකරන් යන බස් එකක් එලවන්න දෙන එකට සුදුසු.
තවත් සමහර උසාවිවල සස්පෙන්ඩ් කරනවා එක්ක ලයිසන් එක එක්ක කැන්සල් කරනවානේ. හරි. එහෙමනම් අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් දේ තමයි අපිට අධිකරණ සේවා කොමිසම සභාවට යම් ප්‍රතිපත්තිමේ තීන්දුවක් මේක දැනුම් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මට එකම දේ මේ කොළඹ බාර ප්‍රධාන හරි IGP මහත්තයා හරි ඔබතුමාගෙන් හරි ඉල්ලීමක් පොඩ්ඩක් එවන්න වෙන. කියන්නේ මට නඩු සංඛ්‍යාවත් එකේ දාන්න පොඩි ෂෙඩියුල් එකකුත් දෙන්න උසාවියෙන් උසාවියට එක උනේ කොහොමද කියන එක ඇමුණුමක් වශයෙන්. එතකොට අපිට ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් මොනවා හරි ප්‍රතිපත්තිමේ තීන්දුවක් අරන් JC එකට කටයුතු කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ට කියමු.
Thank you sir.
The second phase of the LOLC Divisavya You, Me, Our Nation Social Welfare Initiative got underway for the 12th consecutive day, focusing on schools in the Kurunegala, Ratnapura and Kandy districts. Under this phase, 200 schools damaged by the cyclone Ditwa are being renovated.
The LOLC You, Me, Our Nation Social Welfare Initiative consists of 3 phases. Phase 1. Over a period of 10 days, essential dry rations and other necessities were distributed to families completely destroyed by the cyclone Ditwa. Phase 2. Launched with the aim of renovating 200 cyclone-affected schools, this phase will continue over the coming days across 3 provinces and 6 districts. This morning, newly renovated buildings at Tisnampalagama Secondary School of the Mahava Divisional Secretariat Division of the Kurunegala District and Sarananda Vidyalaya in the Ambalipite Divisional Secretariat Division of the Ratnapura District were officially handed over to the students. Additionally, a renovated building at the Madhudeniya Junior School in the Katugastura Divisional Secretariat Division of the Kandy District were also handed over, marking another milestone in the program. The LOLC Divisavya Social Welfare Program is dedicated to serving our people and our nation. Sri Lanka has recorded its highest ever tax revenue in 2025, with collections reaching 2,023 billion rupees. The Inland Revenue Department says Sri Lanka recorded the highest tax revenue in its history in 2025, amounting to 2,023 billion rupees. Senior Commissioner M.A. Priyanka said the revenue target for last year was exceeded, generating an additional 33 billion rupees beyond expectations. He added that the tax revenue target set for the Inland Revenue Department in 2026 is 2,402 billion rupees. Meanwhile, the department noted that taxpayer identification numbers have so far been issued to nearly 12 million individuals.
In what it describes as a critical race against time, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations has launched a $16.5 million international appeal to support early recovery for Sri Lanka's farming, livestock and fishing communities devastated by Cyclone Ditwa, a climate shock that has rattled the country from coast to coast.
The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations headquarters in Rome issued an appeal calling for international assistance of $16.5 million to support the early recovery of livelihoods and food security for farming, livestock keeping and fishing communities affected by Cyclone Ditwa in Sri Lanka. The appeal, issued from FAO headquarters in Rome, targets 256,000 households, nearly 1.03 million Sri Lankans across the central, northeastern, north central, northwestern, northern, over and western provinces. FAO's recovery plan includes restoring crop production, providing seeds, fertilizer, tools and essential inputs to smallholder farmers, protecting livestock, emergency veterinary services, vaccines, animal health kits and restocking poultry, supporting fisheries and aquaculture, repairing or replacing damaged boats, gear and small-scale aquaculture assets, cash-based assistance, cash for work programs to clear debris, rehabilitate farmland and support immediate household needs. Despite the urgency, only $400,000 has been received, a 97.6% shortfall. Without rapid donor contributions, FAO warns that hundreds of thousands of households could lose an entire cultivation season, pushing communities into deeper food insecurity and jeopardizing Sri Lanka's fragile rural economy.
A high-level IMF fact-finding mission will arrive in Sri Lanka from the 22nd to the 28th of January, marking the first major engagement with the country since Cyclone Ditwa devastated key regions and derailed the timeline of the ongoing IMF program. IMF Communications Director Julie Kozak, responding to Newsfirst Zulfiq Farzan, confirmed the visit.
Sri Lanka is now gradually recovering from the devastation caused by Cyclone Ditwa, and the IMF program also was pushed back with the RFI being given to the country. What is the IMF's position on its dialogue with the Sri Lankan authorities, and when can we expect some progress regarding the IMF program? And secondly, is there going to be any change to the IMF objectives in Sri Lanka's program, especially with the electricity pricing objective?
To say that on December 19th, the IMF Executive Board approved emergency financing for Sri Lanka under the Rapid Financing Instrument, or RFI. This provided Sri Lanka with immediate access of about $206 million, and the RFI is really aimed at helping Sri Lanka address the urgent needs arising from the catastrophic Cyclone Ditwa as the country aims to preserve macroeconomic stability. A fact-finding mission will visit Sri Lanka for January 22nd to 28th. The goal of the mission is to firm up our understanding of the size and the scope of the damage caused by the cyclone. The team will discuss with the authorities their policy intentions and implications of the impact of the cyclone for the EFF program. But I would like to underscore that this is a fact-finding mission to enable our team to get a better understanding of the situation on the ground and how we can best support Sri Lanka as it moves forward. On your other question, Zulfiq, on electricity tariffs, I think here what I would say is that, there is a commitment under the program to maintain cost recovery in the utility sector, and that's really important to help ensure fiscal sustainability and in Sri Lanka, because that would help the utility company to not run financial losses. What exactly may be needed to support Sri Lanka going forward is something that our fact-finding team will certainly be discussing with the authorities. And again, our goal is to help Sri Lanka as it recovers from the catastrophic hurricane, and to provide our support in whatever way, in line with our own mandate around helping Sri Lanka maintain macroeconomic stability.
In news overseas, foreign media quoted 2 European officials saying that US military intervention in Iran could come in the next 24 hours.
According to human rights groups, more than 2,400 people have been killed in the recent crackdown by the Iranian authorities in response to nationwide protests. Donald Trump has said he has been told the killing in Iran has stopped, but the US president has not ruled out military action against the country over its violent crackdown on anti-government protesters. Iran has warned it will retaliate if attacked by the US. Reuters quoted a senior Iranian official saying Tehran had asked US allies in the region to prevent Washington region from attacking Iran. It is against this backdrop that Reuters quoted two European officials saying US military intervention in Iran could come in the next 24 hours. Iran temporarily closed its airspace to most flights amid United States President Donald Trump's threats against the country. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said on Wednesday, quote-unquote, "There is no plan by Iran to hang people." President Trump spoke about the situation.
We've been told that the killing in Iran is stopping, and it's stopped, and it's stopping. And there's no plan for executions or executions. So I've been told that a good authority. We'll find out about it. I'm sure if it happens, we'll all be very upset.
Iranian Supreme Court Chief Justice Gholam Hussain told state television on Wednesday that those who beheaded people or burned people in the streets should be punished as soon as possible.
These individuals who have beheaded people or burned people in the streets, we must act quickly if we want to do anything. Even if we do the exact same thing but in a couple of months, it will not have the same impact.
It is also reported that the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is currently anchored in the South China Sea, has been reassigned to the US Middle East Command, and the fleet is scheduled to sail to the Arabian Sea. US President Donald Trump's administration is suspending processing for immigrant visas for applicants from 75 countries as part of Washington's intensifying immigration crackdown. Accordingly, all activities related to immigrant visas for 75 countries, including Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Egypt, Iran, Kuwait, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, and Thailand will be suspended. The US State Department said that immigrant visa processing will be paused to prevent the entry of foreign nationals who would take welfare and public benefits. The decision will take effect from the 21st of January. Sri Lanka is not included in this list. In a dramatic political development closely watched across the region, Singapore Prime Minister Lawrence Wong removed Pritam Singh from his role as leader of the opposition following Singh's criminal conviction for lying to a parliamentary committee.
Notes the judgment in Pritam Singh versus...
The decision came just one day after a tense three-hour parliamentary debate where lawmakers approved a motion ruling the 49-year-old Workers' Party chief unsuitable to continue in the role. All 11 Workers' Party MPs, including Singh himself, dissented. Prime Minister Wong said that having considered the matter carefully, he decided that Singh's criminal convictions, taken together with Parliament's considered view of his unsuitability, make it no longer tenable for him to continue. He added that Singh's designation as leader of the opposition, quote, will therefore cease with immediate effect, unquote, and invited the Workers' Party to nominate another elected member of Parliament for the post. He said this decision is necessary to uphold the rule of law as well as the dignity and integrity of Parliament. Singh's criminal conviction comes from a 2021 testimony regarding advice he gave to a former Workers' Party lawmaker about a sexual assault case. Singh was convicted and fined last year, a penalty that did not disqualify him from Parliament but triggered intense scrutiny over his continued leadership. Singh denies wrongdoing and has unsuccessfully appealed his conviction. Despite the legal setback, he retained his constituency seat in the 2025 election, where his party secured nearly 60% of the vote there. The removal leaves the prestigious role of leader of the opposition vacant, a position Singh first assumed following the Workers' Party's historic gains in 2020.
Singapore's political system.
The Bangladesh Cricket Board has removed Nazmul Islam from his position as chairman of the board's finance committee following a player boycott that halted several cricket matches in the country today. However, he remains a BCB director pending a review that has been initiated by the board.
2 games in the BPL and 4 in the Dhaka Cricket League did not take place today after teams did not turn up for the toss, as CWAB, the players' body in Bangladesh, followed through on its threat of a boycott until Islam tendered his resignation for making disparaging remarks against the national team players. After the Dhaka Cricket League games were hit by the boycott, the BCB issued a show cause notice to Islam, giving him 48 hours to respond. However, after the players boycotted both BPL matches, the first between Chattogram Royals and Noakhali Express, and the second between Rajshani Warriors and Sylhet Titans, the BCB issued a statement removing Islam from his position as Finance Committee Chairman, but not as BCB Director. There was no clarity yet, however, about whether the boycott would be called off and Friday's matches would go ahead as scheduled. Islam's comments against the players came as part of an ongoing reverberations from the BCB's decision to not play matches in India at the upcoming T20 World Cup. The ICC event is co-hosted with Sri Lanka, and the BCB, citing security concerns, has remained firm in not wanting to play games in India. A decision they made after the BCCI instructed the Kolkata Knight Riders to remove Mustafizur Rahman from their playing roster. And with that, we wrap up Prime Time News for tonight.
Thank you for watching. Good night.